I got a number of the same question, is that they don't like being in front of the camera, they end up stammering, they don't like how they look, they don't like their voice. What will they do?
Okay, that's a very, very common issue and question that I get from people. Before I give you the solution to that or some suggestions, let me just first say the reason why most people don't like watching themselves back on video is because of two reasons that I've found out. The first one is that you're not used to hearing your own voice, and the second thing is that you're not used to seeing yourself on video. Now, the first thing is your voice. When you hear your voice, when you speak normally, the sound comes from the inside of your head. So to yourself, your voice sounds different than it sounds to everyone else outside of your head. So that's the first thing to notice. So when you actually listen to your voice back on video, you actually hear the voice as it sounds to everyone else. Now, because you're not used to it, it sounds weird and it doesn't actually sound like yourself. And often that can put people off. The solution to that is to just get used to it, and it takes time, but the more you listen to your voice back, the more you get used to it. And trust me, after a while, it just sounds normal because it resets your subconscious mind. It resets it to let your subconscious mind know that it's actually coming from you, that it's your voice, and you become comfortable. First thing. The second thing is you're not used to seeing yourself on video. You look weird to yourself on video, and the reason I think for that is because the way you normally see yourself is where? It's in the mirror, right? In the morning you wake up, you see yourself in the mirror. So you see a mirror image of yourself. So the image that you have of yourself in your subconscious mind is actually a mirror image of what you really look like. But when it's on video, it's not a mirror image. It's a real image of what you look like. And so once again, it's a mismatch of what's inside your head already. So once again, there's that, when you see yourself, you look ugly to yourself or you look weird. No one else thinks that. It's only you that think that. And the reason I think for that is because you're not used to seeing that picture, because you're used to seeing a mirror image of yourself. Okay, so for both those things, my suggestion is to just get used to it, and it takes time. And you know what? This may sound weird, but watch and listen to yourself as much as you can. Watch it back over and over and over. And not only will you get used to yourself, but you'll also pick up on how you can improve on your videos. Very, very cool idea. Now, if this is still an issue for you, one really easy way to overcome the fear of being in front of the camera is to do what I call the interview style videos, where you either get interviewed by someone else, so you don't actually look at the camera, you look at the other person while you're getting recorded. So you're just having a chat to your mate. That's as simple as it is, and that often reduces that fear, and you come across a lot more natural. And if you don't have someone to interview you, you can act like someone is interviewing you. And I often do this. There's some videos on my blog at gideonshelberg.com where there's a couple of them where I've acted like someone else is interviewing me, and where I'm in fact just pretty much I'm actually looking at the fridge while I'm recording, but on the camera you can't see that. You only see me look, and it looks like I'm looking at the person interviewing me. So that's another cool little trick that I teach to just be yourself and just be natural and come up with very, very easy tips. But really, I think it's, you just got to keep on doing it and just get used to it. That's the biggest thing.
Do it, people, and get used to it. Nobody's perfect, and you don't have to look like a celebrity to do this. Okay, our final question.
Absolutely. And that's, sorry, before you go on, that's a really good point. You don't have to look like a celebrity, or, you don't have to put on makeup or anything fancy like that. In fact, that can count against you on places like YouTube. And online video in general, you want to come across as natural as possible, because that's why people go there. They want to see real stuff. They don't want to see Hollywood stuff. They don't want to see advertisements. They don't want to see fake stuff. They want to see you, and they want to make a connection with you and have that emotional bond with you. So just be yourself. That's the best bit of advice I can give for that.
All right, our final question. We don't have time for follow-up questions, so this is going to be our last one. Should I use HTML5 so my videos will play on mobile devices?
Okay, that's a really interesting question, because I wasn't quite sure how to answer that, so I just did a little bit